Hi everybody, this is Eugene O'Loughlin, lecturer in computing at the National College of Ireland, and welcome to my series of short how-to videos. In this video, we're going to learn how to create a simple data entry form in Excel, and I'm using Office 365 here. So before we start, let's take a look at what our objective, our end game is here. Here I have on a worksheet a list of members for a fictitious database. I've got each person by their first name, their last name, their location by city, department they're part of, the telephone number, and fictitious emails, as you can see here. And I'd like to, instead of typing in line by line and cell by cell here, I'd like to create an data entry form in order to be able to enter details on for new people and also to edit details on the existing ones. So that's relatively straightforward to do in Excel, but it's a little bit tricky to get started. So let's get cracking. So I'm going to go to a brand new sheet here, and the only thing I've entered in is the same 6 headings that I had in the sheet that you just saw. So I'd like to be able to enter on a data form these 6 categories here: first name, last name, location, department, telephone, and email. So let's go and see how we're going to do that. The first thing I need to do is to convert this line here, first line here, into a table. So let me select my 6 cells here, A1 to F1, select all of those cells. And from the ribbons at the top, choose the Insert ribbon and select Table. Now when you get this, you get a little small window up. It's highlighting the area that you've already selected, and there is a box here just underneath the selection tool with a checkbox beside my table has headers. Check that box because we have already set this table up with headers, and click on OK. And you can see here that Excel has put in these little drop-down menus and changed the colors and so on. It's using a color scheme. You can change those in different styles on the toolbar. So the next thing we want to be able to do then is to create the form. Now there is a form function in Excel, but it's not available on any of the ribbons. We need to go and install that. So the simplest way to do this is to find a blank area on the ribbon. I'm on the home ribbon here, and over on the very extreme right hand side there's a blank area, and I'm going to right click on that and choose customize the ribbon. So we want to add in a new ribbon and a new entry on the ribbon for my data entry form. So select customize the ribbon, and this will give us a list of all the commands that we can find on our ribbons and in our areas on the ribbon bar here. So we can see here that I'm just going to select the last one. There's nothing in here that shows us the form. So what I want to go over to underneath the choose commands from drop down menu here, you can see the default is popular commands. So if you select the drop down menu and select the option that shows you commands not on the ribbon, okay? So select commands not on the ribbon. Now as you can see, there's quite a lot of them. The one we're looking for is called form. So let's scroll down to the letter F and find, and we have it here in the center, form. Now we could try and add that straight away to the main tabs over on the right hand side. And when we click the add button, we are getting an error message telling us that commands need to be added to custom groups. Now we don't have a custom group, so we need to go ahead and create one. So click on OK to get rid of that error message there. And so that my new tab will appear at the end. I'm selecting the last option on the main tabs list here. Click on the new tabs button, and you can see that a new tab has been added in. So it's just called new tab and in brackets custom after that. There's an option here to rename it, so I'm going to do that. So click on the rename button just in underneath, and I'm going to call this data entry. Okay, and click on the OK button. And you can see now that my new tab is going to be called data entry. It's not appearing yet on the top of my Excel screen, but it will as soon as I'm finished here. So the next thing I need to do is, now we've got a new group. Each tab, as you can see across the top right now, is made up into groups. So I have the clipboard group, I have a font group, an alignment group, and so on. So I need a new group for my form, and I'm going to now select my form and add that into the new group. And you can see it being added in to the new group here. If you wanted to add in other functions as well, you can do so, but we're only going to add in this one. So we're going to get a new ribbon with just one option called form on it. So I'm done for here. Let's click on OK. And when I look now across the top of my Excel window, I can see that there's a new ribbon, and in my case it's here at the end. Yours might be in a different place depending on where you select it to go. So if I click on the data entry ribbon, you can see it's very much empty, and I've got a new group over here on the left hand side with my form option available on it. So this is where I'm going to create the form. So click on that, and you can see that I get another error message popping up here because I have selected an area outside my table. The form needs to go into a table format. So in order for this to work, I'm going to have to select somewhere inside the table and now choose the form button again. And up comes a brand new form. Now you can see the title of this form is called Sheet 1. And the reason why that's called Sheet 1 is that down in the Worksheets tabs in the bottom left-hand corner of Excel, the current worksheet is called Sheet 1. So I'm going to close down this and I'm going to rename Sheet 1 by right-clicking on the word and choosing Rename. And in this case here, you just type over the list. So I'm going to call it my data form. You can choose to call it whatever you like and press Enter. So now when I select in the table again and choose the form button, we can see that the title of the form is called a data form. So it's useful to have your own names if you have different forms. So let's go ahead and put in the first person. So I'm going to put in the famous Joe Bloggs. First name Joe, last name Bloggs. Location, I'm in Dublin here, so I'm going to put in the same location. Department, let's say he's in tech support. So type that in. His telephone number is 123 and his email is joe@blogs.com. So that's a fully entered form here. I can go back and I can change any, let's say I got the telephone number wrong, and it's 234. So I can go back in and edit it here, and at any time in this I can press Enter, and you can see that Joe has now been added as the first record in my database, and the data form has been updated to give me an opportunity to enter the second person. So now let's enter another famous person called Jane Doe. This person is, let's just say, is located in London. Is from the accounts department. Telephone number is 999-888-777, and the email is jane@doe.com. Hopefully these are fictitious names. And when I press Enter, Jane now appears on the list. Okay, so I can add in new people as I go along. I can also, there's options here to scroll around the existing records. So if I go back to previous, I can see Jane Doe, click on Find Previous again. I can go to Joe Bloggs, and let's say Joe has moved to Paris. I can overtype that and press Enter, and the location for Joe is updated here on the top. While I'm in this, I can hit the new button to put in a third person. All right, so let me put myself in, Eugene. Surname, I'm based in Dublin. My department is education. And my telephone number is 123456789. And my email is eugene@tests.com. It's not a real email, but let's choose that. And press Enter, and I can see that Eugene has been added into the current records. If I say, for example, want to remove a record, I can go to Find Previous, and let's say I want to remove Joe Bloggs. So there's Joe, no longer is a member of our list or a member of our company. And I have an option here to delete Joe, and I'm going to do that. So it'll be permanently deleted, so you need to be careful about doing this. So if you want to get Joe back in, you'll have to retype Joe in again. So when I close this, at any time, if I click outside the existing table, I will not be able to use the button. I've clicked on the ribbon again, and so I have to click back in the table and choose my form and add in a new person in here and all the details that go with them. So that's how you create a simple data entry form in Excel. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for your attention.